Hi kids. Well, it's over. After a lot of auditions that we put out on social media for our two lead characters for the film Bloody Students, we have finally picked the two. You may remember a week or so ago we announced that Ruby Atlanta Boland is now playing Trish, and we're super excited and chuffed to get her on board. And it took a little bit longer to cast Fordy because we had some last minute auditions that came in. Before I announce the person who's been selected for the role, I just want to say thank you, seriously thank you to everyone who auditioned. We had a lot of people saying they would audition and didn't get round to it, and you have to be in it in order to win it, as they say, guys. But again, with auditions, as I always say, it's a little bit of an anxiety process for me because, as always, only one person can get the role, and we had such a good range and variety of boys and girls, and basically everyone of all walks of life and levels of talent, but generally the standard was pretty good. And as I've said to everyone, if you didn't make it into this film, you can be pretty sure I'll be ringing you up at a later date saying, do you remember that film I was making? Well, I'm making another film and I want you to be in it, because we've definitely got a full cast of potentially really great actors for a future project. So thank you if you did send in your stuff. I know this sounds like we'll keep your letter on file and should a vacancy arise, but seriously, headshots and self-tapes that were sent in, really good. We will keep hold of them, and things happen. Look what happened to this film. Our two leads were basically had to be recast, and we needed people. So a little bit of news. 6th draft of the script is finished. This will be the locked, he says, final draft of the film. It's taken me over 18 months, not quite 2 years to write the 6 drafts. I think it's as good as it's going to get. Someone from Hollywood rips it to shreds, but no, I think it's pretty good now. I'm happy if we can get what I've written on screen. I'll be more than happy. The casting of the lead role of Fordy was really difficult. Tons of factors. Weirdly enough, the one factor that I had to look at with casting Fordy and Trish was height, because in my last film I didn't pay attention to that very much, and we had a lot of like one character talking to a character who was this much taller. So it does make sense, unless you want to start putting people on boxes. And Tom Cruise don't stand on a box, kids. Everyone else stands in a ditch. But yes, loads of conversations between myself and Andy, my co-producer, and some of the cast as well. And it kind of came down to 3 guys. You know who you are. And I had to go meet them in person. And every time I met one of them, I'm like, that's the guy. That's the guy. If I had to score them out of marks of like up to 100 in percentages of how awesome they are, we were in the top 95% kind of thing. And I was like, oh, well, this one guy, he's definitely a 95. And then someone comes in and is like, oh, we'll compare them. Met all 3, and it was literally like 1% between them all. And it was really, it sounds terrible and cliched, but it is agonizing to actually kind of go, I've got to tell 2 of these guys that they don't got the role, which is the truth, but it's also pretty sad because you're turning down 2 awesome actors. So for the 2 actors who didn't get selected, again, I can only apologize. It didn't happen this time, may well happen next time, and again, like I've said to you in person, there may be other stuff coming up that I will definitely put you forward for, because you've impressed me, so definitely. So there can only be one, as Highlander said, something like that. And after an a day of deliberation and, but what about this? But what about that? But what about this? But what about this? Myself and Andy have picked the following person, Chris Tompkins, as playing 4D in our new film. Chris came in quite late in the game with a self-tape that he nearly never sent in. But it just goes to show that you've got to send it in. If you don't send it in, there's no point in saying, no, I could have gone for that role. Just send it in, you never know. And Chris has, he's been at the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama. He's done lots and lots of work. It's impressive back catalogue of work already. I'm really chuffed to play a part in his career, because he's going to be moving on to big things, I guarantee that. But this will be his first feature, so I'm chuffed about that. And I know he's going to fit in with my idea of the character, and we're going to work on it together as well. And I think he's going to be a great addition to the cast. And I think the cast are looking forward to working with him too. So Chris Tompkins is our 4D. Ruby Atlanta Boland is our Trish. We have a full cast, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta say, casting is over. I know occasionally I still get emails from people saying, can I be in your film? There's literally no room. We may need extras in future. I will be offering roles for extras and background stuff to people who have already auditioned if they want to do that, because I've seen the level of quality. A lot of extras are literally just standing in the background, blinking, you miss them kind of thing, so they might just be local people. We'll see how that goes next year. Right now I've got to start prepping for our first bit of filming in September, mid to late September, with confirmed special guest star comedian Paul Putner. That's going to be exciting. We're doing a short but intense scene with some mummies, some special effects, some choreography, fighting, and a lot of comedy. So that's going to be something you all can see in probably by the end of the year, maybe in the new year, as we sort of ramp up to raising a bit more money to see if we can get this film made. I'm fairly sure that once you see this bit of footage, you'll be like, oh, I'm on board. Hopefully you'll be like, shut up and take my money, because we got to make the film. Anyway, that's it from me. Congratulations to Chris. Commiserations to anyone who auditioned but didn't get a role. I have emailed everyone back, because I believe in giving feedback, no matter how disappointing it may be to read. But it wasn't because you were bad or not good enough. It was just a case of, generally, you pick the actor who fits the character most in your mind, and I will do my best to make use of anyone who auditioned in the future, because it's always good to have a nice company of actors to work from. So that's it from me, and see you at the movies.